and you just want to jumpstart even just learning more about yoga, I have a few books to suggest. I have a stack of books. So the Bhagavad Gita, that's very much tabbed through, is a good place to start in terms of yoga philosophy, the history, kind of like the backgrounds. Does it go over everything? No, it does not. But it is a start in terms of, you know, understanding some of the 8 limbs of yoga. So a lot of people don't know that there's 8 limbs of yoga, not just like the physical practice. Another one, again, is the Light on the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Another good one. Again, going through different philosophies, and I guess understanding more or less the spirituality of yoga outside of, again, the physical practice and how they all kind of tie and link in together. Okay. Next, and this one's from my yoga training, is Your Year of Yoga, Learning to Love the Practice. So sometimes practicing yoga, you don't feel like doing it, just like a whole bunch of other things. You may not want to go to the gym, you may not want to do yoga. This style of yoga is, what is this style of yoga? Let me go through this. Iyengar. There we go. This is more of a Iyengar style of yoga, but the book itself, it's by Holly Wallach Kastura, and she was one of my yoga instructors throughout my certification, and the book is very helpful. So if you're looking to start a practice, if you don't know where to start, you can start with this book. It's very helpful. I find that when people start off in their yoga practice, they want to do like different flows. Let's say they follow a whole bunch of people on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, and they see all these different styles, so they just practice everything. It's helpful to stick to one thing. So if it's a sun salutation, A, B, C, there's so many, for like the next 3 months for you to fully see the benefits of your yoga practice. Sounds crazy, but it's the truth. All right. Next book I suggest is Everybody Yoga by Jessamyn Stanley. She kind of goes through her own practice, like her own journey, I should say, through practicing yoga, not being what we typically see in the West, which is someone who is white and skinny, and how yoga sometimes, especially if you're someone who doesn't look like the standard of who would be going to like a yoga studio per se, getting over that fear and making space or just showing up anyways. Show up anyways. You don't have to know how to do a full split or anything. You're at where you're at, and it's not a competition. I feel like, again, in the West, yoga is a competition, and it's not supposed to be. My last suggestion is Yoga Teacher's Handbook, the ultimate guide for current and aspiring instructors. I personally still need to go through this entire book. I'm not gonna lie. But they do give you, this lady, Sage Runtree. She does give you kind of like a rundown on how to run your business, especially if you're someone who wants to do yoga and then have a business aspect to it. Ways to like hold space for people, how to greet your students in the class, how to create a like welcoming class setting, ways to price, how to price your services, which can be difficult, especially when you're just starting off. You don't want to be too expensive, but you don't want to also shortchange yourself. I know some folks don't agree with the practice of charging people for like healing services. But I'd like to argue, because I feel like I'm that person too, but I'd like to argue is that your energy, you know, your apartment isn't going to be, it's not a free thing. Water, electricity, unfortunately, are not free. So, you know, just for energy exchange, so you're not depleting yourself too much and you still get something from it. Even if you're charging $5, it's something, it's an energy exchange. Okay.